Cultural diversity, Part 1. Why is it so important? In this section of the training, we will address the importance of cultural diversity in today's competitive market. The following are the main points or objectives for the first part of this training. Define the term cultural diversity. Explain the importance of cultural diversity. List the 5 benefits of cultural diversity to your organization. Examine a situation and consider the benefit or challenge of incorporating cultural diversity in an organization. What is meant by the term cultural diversity? Diversity of culture is the presence of multiple cultures in one organization or location. In simple terms, these are differences in language, dress, and traditions. This extends to differences people have in moral judgments, social organization, or interactions with the environment. We often call this multicultural. Why is cultural diversity so vital, either to your organization or within your own individual environment? Your first answer may be that fairness amongst various cultures is the law. You may also be thinking that it is not fair or it is immoral to discard or ignore cultural diversity. Valuing cultures is respectful. That is, it's moral to maintain multiculturalism in our organizations or in our personal environments. Beyond the law and morals, what are the benefits of maintaining cultural diversity, you may ask? Let's discuss in detail the benefits to an organization to promote cultural diversity. Benefit number 1, the global market is diverse. The internet has changed our lives. As a result, businesses are changing. Local companies, even our mom and pop shops, are becoming savvier through the internet. Benefits of the internet changes access to resources as well, in some cases extending beyond our national borders. As companies begin to extend their practices internationally, their clientele is also changing. Clients across national borders have different cultural norms in conducting business. It is important to understand these norms. Benefit number 2, conflict yields results. Small businesses are established around a founder and their immediate family members, establishing a culture in itself. Over time, as that business grows, it may consider hiring staff that resembles that original culture to avoid conflict, thus making it easier to adapt to the founding business culture. As a result, that business becomes inflexible and one can say almost stale. We all know that change is a good thing, so your organization should identify ways to promote change. A diverse group in your organization immediately requires flexibility, an excellent trait for any organization. The differences in an organizational makeup will cause tension, as everyone will see things with a different set of eyes. However, this is where your organization needs to harness the multiple perspectives to foster new ideas, to identify new opportunities. Benefit number 3, cultural diversity diversifies the talent pool. A small pool runs dry. Organizations focus too much of their time for the search on precise skills and experiences to replicate what works. Many times it seems as if there's a matching game in the search for who looks like us. This is a limiting factor, as preconceived ideas prevent an organization to consider the capability of a future employee. Minorities, or those who are different in some physical manner, deal with challenges sometimes on a daily basis. They learn to overcome obstacles and become flexible problem solvers. Avoiding such preconceptions and setting limits in the hiring of new employees will help an organization hire staff that can think outside of the box, thus diversifying the talent pool. The 4th benefit is diversity increases your organization's sales. We must realize respecting cultural differences as well as physical differences, for example, hearing loss or another disability, is a global reality. Many government and corporate contracts are awarded to companies that demonstrate cultural readiness. Now, how is cultural readiness different than cultural diversity, you may ask? The difference is that cultural readiness is based upon actual practices that people can see versus statements in company policy. 80% of Fortune 500 companies demonstrate cultural readiness through their staffing practices. The fifth and final benefit of cultural diversity is it's cost-effective. The goal of every company is to reduce costs and increase revenue. The time and resources it takes to resolve a conflict can cost a company. Thus, incorporating diverse practices minimizes future conflicts and, in fact, is cost-effective. Doing so also establishes a stable and happy staff, leading to a workforce that contributes its best work at all times. Many companies accomplish this by maintaining an inclusive company culture that values and respects individual differences. This completes part 1 of our training. We will discuss in detail what you can do within your company to establish and promote varying cultural differences in part 2 of our training. So let's review what we've covered thus far. The term cultural diversity goes beyond the differences in dress, language, and customs. It extends to moral judgment, social organization, and interactions with one's environment. We often use the term multiculturalism. Cultural diversity is an important topic because it is the law. It's also very important not only for moral reasons, but to increase the productivity of an organization. 5 benefits that an organization can gain from incorporating cultural diversity are: it keeps an organization competitive in today's global market. We have the internet to thank for that. Conflict does yield positive results. Diversity increases the talent pool. Diversity increases sales through contracts. Diversity also minimizes costs by avoiding conflict.